And, you know, she said, let me make a phone call and I will see what I can do. And she showed up and it took her 2 seconds. And she was done. And I was blushing, I think, because I could not understand why I couldn't do it. But she could. But that's because she's talented, wonderful girl.
Yes.
I love having her as one of my cast members. So Star, thank you in front of the world. Thank you for saving me. And Sasha.
Does that make her like superstar?
Superstar. She is the star. Anything else? All right, so guys, at the premiere, hope you're having fun. Mix and mingle, meet the actors, talk to us, and then the people at home that aren't in the at the premiere, stay tuned because there's more to come. This is not the end of the PA project. It's just the end of our segment. So coming up is Y&PP and Pt4. Don't go anywhere, okay? We'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ohayou gozaimasu! Hi everyone, I'm Y&PP.
And I'm Pt4.
And this is
The Y&PP and Pt4 Show. We'll be talking about Japan.
It's Boys,
Japan's customs.
it's Singers,
Japan's traditions, like the samurai.
and of course, it's Boys.
Y&PP, did you know that many people consider Japan's Edo period and Greece's ancient Greek period to be very similar?
No, I didn't. Why is that?
Well, because in both time periods, homosexuality was considered normal and it wasn't looked down upon back then.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
So Y&PP, what do you have for us today?
I'm glad you asked, Pt4. I have a list that I want to propose for next week.
Do tell.
I have 5 musical works that I want to nominate for Best Song.
Yeah. What songs?
Well, number 1, Don't You Ever Stop. Number 2, Love Yourself. Number 3, No More Pain. Number 4, Rescue. And number 5, One Drop.
Y&PP, you do realize that all of those songs are by KAT-TUN?
Well, of course, Pt4. KAT-TUN is the best Japanese band ever. Aren't they? Yes!
So which song will we deem the best?
Well, I'm not going to reveal the number 1 song until next week. But for anyone at home who wants to vote for their favorite song, you can email your choice to y&PP@hotmail.com.
And anyone who wants to know more about the Y&PP and Pt4 show can visit us online at wix.com/PA project/Y&PP and Pt4.
And while you're there, make sure to listen to this week's picks.
Well, that's all the time we have. I'm Pt4.
And I'm Y&PP, and we're out of here. Arigato!
Welcome back. I have with me in the studio Nathaniel Augustson, who plays Vic on Talon Lake. Nathaniel, thank you for being here with me today.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about your character, Vic.
Vic, he's the bad guy. Hopefully, if I do my job, he's gonna be the guy you love to hate. Vic, the jerk. He's an interesting character. He's treats his girlfriend like crap, and nobody likes him. Everybody's against him. But hopefully, some people at home, cynical ones, are pulling for him. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. What would be the difference between, let's say, Vic's typical Friday night versus Nathaniel's typical Friday night?
He's hanging out with Casey, most likely. His girlfriend. I'm not hanging out with Casey, his girlfriend. I usually just go out, man, on the town with the guys usually. Clubs, bars, whatever, dancing.
We want to welcome Levi Boultinghouse to the studio today. Levi, you play
Sky.
Sky on Talon Lake. So tell us a little bit more about Sky.
Well, Sky Donovan is his real name. And he is a young man who is having a hard time with his life, can't figure himself out. He's having girl problems, you know, his whole world's coming down on him all at once, and he just can't handle it, you know. He's young, he's not quite mature yet, and he's handling all of his problems the wrong way. He's a good guy, but he's just not making wise decisions at this point.
And how much can you relate to your character, being a young person yourself?
A little bit too much almost at times. The experiences that, you know, were described to me as his character, I've actually lived through a lot of them, and his emotional range can be very high, can be very low, you know. He's generally a serious person, and I kind of carry myself that way. I like to be taken seriously. But yeah, I don't have to try a whole lot to develop his character. It's just a lot of it's natural.
Talon Lake fans, we have with us today Gabriel Zepeda, who plays Dylan on Talon Lake. So, out of all of the cast members, it seems that you have the foremost disparate background out of everyone. You just came out of the Air Force.
Yeah, I was in the Air Force for about 6 years, and now I'm just a full-time student, just going out and trying new things. So.
And how has it been so far being a part of the PA project?
It's been great. It's definitely new experiences, meeting a lot of interesting people. And I'm not used to wearing makeup, so that's pretty new for me too.
Right. You basically just got thrown in, right, to the pool? Yeah,
basically. Like I said, I just kind of had an idea of what this was, and then I just jumped in, so hopefully it turned out great.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I mean, it sounds like the script is solid, and the cast seems very tight-knit. And who have you met so far on set that you maybe have something in common with, or are surprised to know?
Not sure, like, everybody's really interesting, everybody's nice, and I haven't, like, connected with anybody, but like I said, everybody's nice and friendly. It's pretty much like a family, so.
We want to welcome star Manukyan to the studio, who plays
Beth
on Talon Lake. Tell us a little bit more about Beth.
Beth is a very strong person in who she is. She's your typical girl next door, jeans and a t-shirt, not too glammy, but she does have a little edge to her that I like, so she's definitely somebody that I can relate with.
And her best friend on the show is?
Casey.
Yeah. And can you describe a little bit of that dynamic?
So I am Casey's best friend. I have her back. She likes to talk to me about what's going on with Vic, and you know, I try to bring her back to reality. So because she's always in dreamland and oh, Vic this, Vic that, and I'm like, no, he's not. So you know, but yeah, I really like to, because like in real life, I do bring people back down to earth. You know, because sometimes people can be in dreamland, and I'm like, really, is that practical? But you know, it's good to dream, but then there's a difference between going overboard and, you know, being normal about it. So
we seem to have come to the end of our journey, but don't fret. We'll be back next week with new episodes of Talon Lake, the Y&PP show, more commercials, added comedy skits. With all this to come, I'm sure we'll see you here next Wednesday. It's been a pleasure to be your host tonight. I'm Joe Gallegos. Good night, everyone.